Imagine a world where everything glitters, not just with the morning dew or the sparkle of fresh snow, but with the dazzling shine of gold. Picture a landscape where every surface, every object, and every living thing is covered in a layer of shimmering gold. The air itself seems to sparkle with golden particles, creating an almost surreal, dreamlike atmosphere. Not with dew, but with gold. Imagine the morning dewdrops on leaves, not as clear, refreshing water, but as tiny droplets of liquid gold glistening in the sunlight. The transformation is both beautiful and eerie, a world where nature's delicate balance is replaced by the cold, hard sheen of metal. This is the Midas apocalypse, a scenario where Earth undergoes a bizarre transformation. The very essence of the planet is altered, turning it into a golden wasteland. The once vibrant and diverse ecosystems are now frozen in a state of metallic stasis, a haunting reminder of what once was. Everything on the planet turns into gold. Trees, rivers, animals, and even the air itself are transformed into this precious metal. The mountains and valleys, once teeming with life, are now silent monuments of gold, reflecting the sun's rays in a blinding display of opulence. From the tallest mountains to the deepest oceans, gold becomes the only element. The seas, once blue and full of life, are now vast expanses of liquid gold, their waves crashing against golden shores. The transformation is total and absolute, leaving no part of the Earth untouched. This essay explores the catastrophic consequences of such an event. The ecological collapse, the loss of biodiversity, and the impact on human civilization are profound. The world as we know it ceases to exist, replaced by a lifeless, golden shell. This transformation isn't a result of some alchemical process. It's not the work of scientists in a lab experimenting with chemicals and elements. Instead, it is something far more mysterious and powerful. Instead, imagine a powerful magic at play, a force beyond our understanding. Capable of altering the very fabric of reality, this magic weaves through the world, changing everything it touches into gold. This magic rearranges the very fabric of matter. It doesn't just coat objects in gold, it transforms them at the atomic level, changing their fundamental structure. It transforms the atoms of every element, reshaping them into the structure of gold. The result is a world that is both mesmerizing and terrifying, a testament to the power of this mysterious force. The Midas touch in this scenario isn't about simple transmutation. It's about a fundamental restructuring of matter. Imagine a force that can reach into the heart of atoms. This force rearranges the protons, neutrons, and electrons. It transforms them, not by changing their number, but by shifting their configuration. This magical force acts instantaneously. In a blink, everything on Earth shifts. Wood, water, rock, air, it all becomes gold. The transformation is complete, leaving behind a world shimmering with a uniform golden hue. Gold is dense. It's much heavier than the average material that makes up our planet. So when Earth turns to gold, its density increases dramatically. This increase in density has a profound effect on the planet's size. The Earth, now made of gold, begins to contract. The planet shrinks to about 2/3 of its original size. This shrinkage happens rapidly. Imagine standing on the surface as the ground beneath you rushes inward. The feeling would be like free falling, except the ground is moving, not you. As the Earth shrinks, its mass remains the same. This means that all the matter that was spread out is now concentrated in a much smaller space. The result is a dramatic increase in gravity. On this golden Earth, gravity is about 3.5 times stronger than what we experience now. This intensified gravity wreaks havoc. Buildings crumble under their own weight. Trees, now made of heavy gold, topple over. The human body, unable to withstand the increased gravitational force, is crushed. Section 5. The Earth implodes, a cataclysm within. The increased density and gravity trigger a cataclysmic event within the Earth. The immense pressure at the core becomes unbearable. The planet can no longer support its own weight. It begins to implode in on itself. This implosion happens at supersonic speeds. The implosion is not a quiet event. It generates shockwaves of unimaginable power. These shockwaves travel through the golden Earth, ripping it apart from the inside. The heat generated by this process is immense, raising the core temperature to millions of degrees. Section 6. Shockwaves and eruptions the atmosphere's demise. In this section, we delve into the catastrophic events that unfold as the Earth's atmosphere meets its untimely end. The shockwaves from the implosion don't stay confined to the Earth's interior. They travel outward, reaching the surface with devastating force. The ground trembles and quakes, unable to withstand the immense energy being released from within. As these shockwaves reach the surface, they trigger massive eruptions of molten gold. This molten metal, heated to unimaginable temperatures, bursts forth from the ground, creating rivers of liquid gold that flow across the landscape. The atmosphere, already under immense pressure from the increased gravity, is violently disrupted. The pressure waves from the eruptions and the shock waves create a chaotic and turbulent environment. The once stable and life-sustaining atmosphere is now a maelstrom of destructive forces. The heat from the molten gold is so intense that it vaporizes everything in its path. Trees, buildings, and any form of life are instantly turned to ash. The landscape is consumed by fire and heat, leaving nothing but scorched earth in its wake. The Earth's atmosphere, once a life-sustaining blanket of gases, is blasted away into space. The force of the eruptions and the shock waves is so great that it strips the planet of its protective layer, sending it hurtling into the void. The planet is left naked, exposed to the harsh radiation of the cosmos. Without its atmosphere, Earth is vulnerable to the relentless bombardment of cosmic rays and solar radiation. The surface, once teeming with life, is now a barren wasteland. The golden surface, still radiating heat from the implosion, glows with an eerie light. This haunting glow is a stark reminder of the cataclysmic events that have transpired. The once vibrant and thriving planet is now a desolate and lifeless shell, forever changed by the forces unleashed upon it. Section 7. A Golden Inferno, the Aftermath. The Earth, once a vibrant blue and green sphere, is now a desolate golden wasteland. The surface is a sea of molten gold, constantly churning and bubbling. The intense heat makes the air itself shimmer and distort. The sky, devoid of an atmosphere, is a black canvas dotted with stars. The once familiar continents are gone, melted and reshaped by the cataclysm. The oceans have boiled away, leaving behind vast, empty basins. The Earth, once teeming with life, is now a silent, lifeless sphere of gold. Section 8. Alternative fates, exploring possibilities. One might imagine alternative scenarios. What if the magic somehow made the gold less dense? The Earth might expand instead of contracting, or what if the magic only affected the surface, leaving the core intact? The planet might survive, albeit in a radically altered form. However, these scenarios feel less plausible. The magic of Midas, as we've envisioned it, is absolute and transformative. It reshapes reality at its most fundamental level, making the complete and catastrophic transformation the most likely outcome. Section 9. The Midas Touch, a cautionary tale. The Midas apocalypse, though fictional, serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance that makes life on Earth possible. Imagine a world where every element, every molecule, is transformed into gold. The very air we breathe, the water we drink, and the food we eat would cease to exist in their natural forms. This scenario, while extreme, underscores the fragility of our environment and the intricate web of life that sustains us. It highlights the importance of our planet's composition, its density, and its gravity. The Earth is a complex system, with each layer and component playing a crucial role in maintaining the conditions necessary for life. The core, mantle, and crust work in harmony to create a stable environment. Disrupting this balance, even in a seemingly minor way, can lead to catastrophic consequences. A seemingly small change, like turning everything into gold, can have catastrophic consequences. Gold, while valuable and beautiful, is dense and heavy. If the Earth's core were to turn to gold, its density would increase dramatically, altering the planet's gravitational pull. This could lead to a collapse of the atmosphere, making it impossible for life to survive. The story of King Midas, who wished for everything he touched to turn to gold, has always been a cautionary tale about greed. But beyond the moral lesson, it serves as a metaphor for the unintended consequences of our actions. Midas's wish, driven by a desire for wealth, ultimately led to his downfall. His food, his drink, and even his loved ones turned to lifeless gold, leaving him in a world devoid of sustenance and companionship. In this reimagining, it becomes a stark warning about the interconnectedness of our planet and the potential for seemingly beneficial changes to lead to unforeseen and devastating outcomes. Our ecosystems are delicately balanced, with each species and element playing a vital role. Altering one aspect can have a ripple effect, leading to a cascade of changes that can disrupt entire habitats and the species that depend on them. The Golden Earth, beautiful in its own right, stands as a silent monument to the fragility of our existence. It reminds us that beauty and value are not always synonymous with sustainability. The allure of gold, with its shimmering surface and perceived worth, can blind us to the underlying dangers of disrupting the natural order. As we move forward, it is crucial to remember the lessons of the Midas touch and strive to maintain the delicate balance that allows life to thrive on our planet.